When Sai Gives You a Task by Miss Maria Cruz. In May of 2009, a series of incidents showed me how the unseen hand of our beloved Swami orchestrates every little aspect of our lives. It all started with the national retreat of the SSO planned to be held in Poland along with the regional retreat for Region 73 of SSO Zone 7. The double blessing of gathering in Swami's name at the national and regional levels became even more special as we invited ardent devotees of Swami, Dr. Thorpe John Meyer and Ms. Marian Meyer, our zone coordinators, and the teachers from the ESSE, European Satya Sai Education Institute, for the special occasion. Having served as the National Council President, NCP, for Poland for 5 years, I was happy at the prospect of retiring on a high note, passing on the baton to another able member while continuing to work as an active member of the SSO. A retirement proposal a few weeks before the planned retreats, I received a call from Dr. Thorpe John Meyer in which he proposed that I take over his position as the Central Coordinator, CC, of Region 73. I had never wanted to hold any position in the organization and just wanted to serve as a regular member. But I had been led by divine providence from one position to another despite my reluctance. In fact, it took a lot of time and effort for Dr. Thorpe John Meyer to convince me to take up the role of National President of the Sai organization in Poland. So, I was very surprised by his magnanimous offer, yet I respectfully declined. I was looking forward to relaxing and taking care of my family. But then, he gently prodded me to meditate and talk with Swami, seeking his guidance, before meeting him the following week. I meditated for a whole week after that and sincerely prayed to Swami for a solution. Part of me was confused about the right thing to do, while another part of me was frightened about taking up the daunting responsibility. That was when he came to my rescue. Life is a dream, I realized it one night. Swami appeared in my dream. Looking deep into my eyes, he spoke only one sentence. Some time ago, you said yes to me. I woke up with a heart that was beating fast. I immediately sat down to write to Dr. Thorpe John. I wrote to him about the dream and explained that I didn't feel I was up to the task of being the Central Coordinator, CC, but I would gladly accept the role of a deputy. I never received a reply from him to my email, thinking that he had gotten busy. I let it pass. During our regional retreat, we learned the sad news from Dr. Thorpe John's wife, Marian, that he had passed away on 11th June 2009. Everyone was shocked at his unexpected demise, and indeed it was no occasion for anyone to bring up the matter of a new CC for the region. I pondered on my last conversation with him. It was as if he knew what was coming and hence his urgency. 1 week later, I got a letter from the then president of the Sri Satya Sai International Organization, SSO, Dr. Michael Goldstein, congratulating me on my appointment as the CC of Region 73. He also invited me to the Prashanti Council meeting during Guru Purnima 2009, where I would be officially welcomed to the fraternity of senior SSO officers. I became numb witnessing the speed at which things were happening. I realized that when we say yes to Swami, we lose the right to be like anyone else. As his instruments, our thoughts, words, and deeds become his, and our will becomes a manifestation of his will alone. I slowly started to accept the idea and prepared myself for the new, major responsibility being placed on my shoulders. The meeting in Prashanti Nilayam and my nomination was memorable, joyful, cordial, and warm. When Swami gives a task. Soon after I assumed charge as the CC, Dr. Goldstein and Ms. Marian Meyer inquired about my plans to visit all the countries in my region. Region 73 included Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland. It was important for the CC to get an intimate understanding of the people and activities of the region. It was also a mandate for me to put in my best efforts to inspire and uplift them with spiritual activities. I promised to do my best, but deep within, I wondered how it would be possible. Region 73 consists of 4 other countries apart from Poland, where I lived. I had never visited any of the other countries before, and although I was acquainted with the National Council Presidents, NCPs, I had no idea about the leaders in the various size centers there. I had to travel, but how would I find the time and funds for it? Apart from my travels to Puttaparthi to see Swami, I could not manage to travel anywhere else. He provides everything to accomplish the task. I prayed and poured out my heart complaining to Swami. How am I supposed to do all this? How do you want me to travel to all these countries? After all, you know my situation well. What do you want me to do? Only you can manage, not me. I prayed to Swami to show me the way, and again, the speed of his response left me speechless. In the evening, I went to the post office to call my friend in Poland, with whom I confided about the situation. After discussing the upcoming trip to Puttaparthi, he asked me if I would be interested in a trip offered to us by one of the business partners on my return to Poland. What kind of trip? A trip that the businesses typically arrange for the stakeholders to entertain open discussions in a less formal and less stressful environment. You will be visiting 4 countries. What countries? See, the idea is to travel from Poland to Finland, sailing through the Baltic Sea. After a 2-day stay in Finland, you will travel to Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania for 2 days each on your return journey to Poland. His answer left me stunned and speechless. These were precisely the same countries in my region. Not getting a reply, he continued, "You will not have to pay for anything, of course. We hope you accept this complimentary travel." And that was how, 3 weeks after my appointment as the CC for Region 73, I traveled for the first time to meet all the NCPs and leaders of the countries from Region 73, spending 1 day on the excursion and a second with side devotees in all 4 countries. Swami's arrangements were perfect as ever. After the visit, I told the organizing business partner about Swami's miracle. He, too, was devoted to Swami and was amazed. He said, "And I naively thought that it was me who organized this trip." Whenever we meet, we fondly recall this story. When Swami gives us a task, he also provides everything to accomplish the task. Swami is verily omnipotent. Miss Maria Cruz.